Project Icarus, a top-secret research program, is developing a particle accelerator capable of manipulating the fundamental structures of space-time. During a high-risk experiment, something goes wrong. A crack appears in the laboratory, revealing a distorted space that defies all known laws of physics. Junior Rios, one of the scientists responsible, is the first to realize that something has gone through the portal. While his colleagues try to close the anomaly, Junior begins to have visions of parallel realities in which he is dead. The government, on discovering the fault, sends in military forces to contain the situation. However, as events unfold, the team realizes that the reality around them begins to subtly change. Objects disappear, faces change, and memories are altered without explanation. Junior's visions become more intense, and with each new experience, he finds himself in different versions of the Earth. Some are worlds devastated by catastrophes. Others are technological utopias, where humanity has transcended its physical form. Meanwhile, other members of the team begin to suffer mental breakdowns, hearing whispers that seem to come from inside their own minds. The portal, which should have been under containment, begins to expand, radiating an unknown energy. In a desperate attempt to close the rift, the scientists carry out a new experiment. But something goes terribly wrong. A dimensional echo reverberates through the laboratory, and, for a few moments, everyone witnesses glimpses of alternative universes. The team finally receives a communication from the other dimension. An ancient entity warns them that they have opened up a path that should never have been taken. Torn between scientific curiosity and the terror of the unknown, scientists debate their options. Some believe that humanity is facing the greatest discovery in history. Others fear that the rift is bringing something impossible to contain. Junior discovers that his visions are not just fragments of parallel realities, but messages from his counterpart in a universe where humanity has been destroyed. The rift continues to grow, and anomalous phenomena appear in different parts of the world. Entire cities disappear, unrecognizable creatures emerge from the shadows, and the very fabric of reality begins to fragment. The government, unable to contain the crisis, decides to bomb the laboratory, trying to end the threat before it's too late. Junior and a small group manage to access a deeper level of the rift, finding the terrifying truth. They haven't opened a simple passage between dimensions, but a portal to a realm where the notion of human existence is irrelevant. When they cross the rift, Junior and his companions discover that the universe is just a superficial layer of a much more complex structure. They encounter cosmic entities that see humanity as a mere passing anomaly. The rift, in fact, was a predestined event, an inevitable consequence of a human quest for knowledge. The entities warn that the collapse of reality has already begun, and that only a sacrifice can seal the rift before the entire multiverse is consumed. Junior realizes that his very existence is the key to stopping the expansion of the anomaly. He offers himself as a catalyst for the sealing, merging with the entity in a last act of resistance. Before disappearing, he sends a message to the world, warning that this event could happen again. The rift closes, but the impact of the event leaves irreparable marks on humanity. The events caused by the rift were covered up by the government, and the destruction of the laboratory was officially attributed to an accident. However, small ruptures in reality continue to emerge around the world. Independent scientists begin to notice discrepancies in time and space, and individuals report vivid dreams of other realities. Among them, a new generation of researchers emerges, willing to uncover the truth about what happened to Junior and the portal. As humanity continues its search for the unknown, a new rift opens up in an unexpected place. Something is watching, waiting. The cycle begins again. The facility has been destroyed, the evidence hidden, and the few survivors silenced. However, something has changed forever. Scientists around the world begin to report similar experiences, as if reality itself had been contaminated by contact with the rift. Time seems to run irregularly. Small anomalies appear without explanation, and voices whisper to the curious who dare to question too much. Junior's final message echoes in the minds of those who dare to understand the unknown. The universe is not a place, it is an entity, and we have awakened it. Now, the question remains, what if this event is not unique? If humanity repeatedly encounters the same barriers and insists on crossing them, perhaps we are doomed to repeat the mistake forever. What about you? What do you think really exists beyond the horizon of our knowledge? Leave your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The unknown still has a lot to teach us.